You want the Big 12 college experience, whether it's the University of Texas, Baylor, or the University of Oklahoma, or maybe you want to go to an Ivy League school like Harvard or Yale. But to do so, you must compete with other students all over the United States. To stand out, you need extracurriculars, high test scores, a good essay, and most importantly, high grades. This important life decision leads many students to do everything they can to boost their grade point average, and they can start as early as middle school.
Yeah, since you can take high school classes in 8th grade, a lot of people that have just always grown up knowing that when they get to high school that's really important to have a good GPA and have a good rank and stuff. People already worry about it in middle school. I didn't take some electives that I wanted to take because I was like, oh, I need to take pre-AP algebra in 8th grade just so that I can start raising my GPA so I can take calc in senior year.
A typical GPA scale ranges from a 0 to a 4.0. However, the scale goes up higher for those who take an advanced placement class. A weighted GPA scale ranges from a 0 to a 6.0 to accommodate for the difficulty of the AP class. This means that someone who takes more difficult courses throughout high school will end up with a higher weighted GPA than someone who takes a less difficult course.
This year, junior year and senior year, most of my friends are taking more than 5 APs. Last year I had 5, and I know a lot of people who are taking 6, and even a couple that were literally taking 7, which I don't even know how that's possible.
Going off my schedule, this semester I'm going to be in AP Econ, AP Chemistry, Orchestra, Calculus, BC, my Kate Center class, Foreign Service and Diplomacy, AP Environmental Science, AP Literature, and then ISM.
Everyone's taking APs. I know people in freshman year who are taking 4 APs, and even I only had 1 my freshman and my sophomore year, so I felt like I was behind for a long time.
A College Board study looked at high school graduates who finished from 1998 to 2016 and found that the average high school GPA went up from a 3.27 to a 3.38. The increase of GPA creates more competition and influences more students to take higher level classes.
We have that kind of mindset where, we need to be the best of the best if we're going to be the first class. I want to be, in the top 10% or however many people it takes to really set myself apart for the first class that's graduating.
Over the next few months, we will be exploring the stress behind class rank and if all the work to get into college is really worth it. This academic competition has led to talk that there will be new changes to the ranking system.
They're debating on whether all incoming freshmen, maybe the top 10 or the top 10% should be ranked, but everybody else just knows what quartile they're in.
But why would Frisco ISD want to make these changes to the ranking system?
The stress of their GPA and class rank is unfortunately a significant amount of stress that they put on themselves, not only in this area of Frisco ISD, but all over Conley County, North Texas. That's just a part of the culture here, is stressing over GPA and class rank.
The academic competition and pressure to maintain a high rank at school can lead some students to feel stress outside of school.
I think about how rank affects, how I'm going to get into college and how it affects everybody else's view of another person, and I think it's an unnecessary evil when we're just trying to learn necessary skills and basic knowledge to go about our daily lives.
Because I feel when you're in high school, you should be excited about your future, about all the opportunities that you're getting, but instead you just get so stressed out because there's constant competition, and you always feel like you're not good enough compared to the next person or the person that's right above you, and that's really hard.
For some students, the effects of academic stress can lead to physical and mental health issues.
With students, stress and anxiety and depression can lead to stomach issues, digestion issues. Sometimes we see students who have headaches and things like that. So definitely there's lots of issues that come from stress as you're growing up.
Stress is one of the main things that I think leads people to depression right now, and I've definitely felt that. Just the feeling that you don't want to get out of bed and the feeling that you don't want to go and be an active participant in your own life definitely comes from stress, and just feeling like you aren't necessarily good enough to get it all done, and I think that affects people a lot.
Some students think the new ranking system will help them enjoy the high school experience more and allow more students to maintain a social life.
You're going to be in high school for 4 years. I definitely recommend, being involved in something. You need to have a balance. Your academics, you're going to be in school for so long, but you also need to have those social skills. And you need to have that free time and that downtime to relax and be a kid, be a teenager. You're going to have the rest of your life to be an adult.
School stress definitely interferes with my social life and my family life, because when I come home, I'm usually super stressed out about the day and all of the homework that I have and everything that I'm going to have to do that night. So I take it out sometimes on my family and my friends, and I might seem a little bit like cranky or like mean, but it's just because I'm stressed.
Like, you don't really get the full experience. Like, I didn't even go to a single football game this year because like I was doing homework or projects or working or whatever that I had to do, working on my college apps. Like, you miss out on so much in high school because you're so focused on like what you need to do to get to college. And obviously that's not necessarily a problem. Like, you want to get to college, you want to try, but I don't know, I just feel like you end up creating a really bad community where no one's like living in the present and no one's really enjoying like the time they have together here in high school.
Although there are many negative effects of stress, sometimes it can help a student prosper.
I think stress can have a positive effect, and I think it could have a negative effect. I think stress in a positive way is when a student knows that there's deadlines coming up. They're smart about it. They plan the deadlines, and they plan like, oh, maybe I don't need to go to the football game tonight because I have a paper due on Monday. Maybe I need to take that time to do those things. I think stress will make you make those kind of decisions.
It's taught me to persevere through everything, because I know that high school and being this age is really stressful, and there's a lot of things on your plate. So if I'm able to focus on the things that I have to get done, I can persevere through all this, through my busy schedule and all the things that I'm doing, then it'll help me a lot later on in my future.
The pressure for a student to have a good grade point average and class rank has made many of them feel intense academic competition. Frisco ISD hopes that making a change to the ranking system will allow for future students to have a more enjoyable high school experience and relieve the negative effects of stress.